It is no secret that the world is run by a select few, but where are these powerful people convening? Enter Davos, Switzerland, which has become known as the secret tiny town that controls everything. The annual gathering of world leaders and financial titans in Davos is seen by many as the most important annual event in the global economy. This event, better known as the annual World Economic Forum, or WEF, is a chance for the world's most powerful people to meet and discuss the most pressing issues in the world. This year's theme, Achieving a Shared Future in a Fractured World, and the agenda is centered around global challenges like climate change, poverty and inequality, and technology. The attendees of this meeting include heads of state, CEOs, and other business leaders, academics, philanthropists, and more. After paying upwards of $250,000 for a single ticket, these powerful individuals come together and form a highly influential group that has the potential to shape the future of our world. Naturally, this secretive annual meeting conjures up a sense of mystery that has been explored by many but elaborated on by very few. In the past, many have seen Davos as a source of conspiracy theories about the global elite, the deep state, and even a possible new world order. But what actually happens in Davos? And furthermore, why is this tiny meeting of a few thousand people so crucial for dictating how our entire world works? Let's start by discussing what is actually known about Davos. The early history of the area is actually quite boring. Davos was initially settled during the Middle Ages by the Romans and was nothing more than a tiny mountain village. Over time, the area slowly attracted more settlers and was even recommended as a great place to heal lung disease by doctors in the 19th century for its ideal microclimate. Eventually, Davos's popularity started to grow as it was an attractive destination for winter sports. In its early days as a winter sports village, Davos saw many athletes set world records in skiing, but it eventually became a tourist attraction as a popular upscale ski resort. Nowadays, though, Davos is most known for its flagship event, the annual World Economic Forum. The forum was originally founded in 1971 by its current chairman, German engineer Klaus Schwab. During its first year of operation, Schwab invited about 450 European executives to discuss the modernization of industry, but this attendance eventually grew into the thousands. Over time, the World Economic Forum in Davos grew its importance as it attracted heads of state and industry from across the world to discuss some of the most pertinent issues in the world. These issues included the Cold War, the collapse of the gold standard in America, and the end of South African apartheid. Soon, Davos became known as the premier annual location for powerful people to promote their own economic and political influence on a global stage, and as such became the most important yearly event for decisions about global politics. Nowadays, each Davos conference hosts hundreds of individual sessions for leaders to discuss their globally important interests and initiatives over the course of a week. While many of the conversations at Davos are held behind closed doors, the World Economic Forum has produced many important decisions which have very publicly shaped the course of modern history. However, you probably clicked on this video to learn more about what the public doesn't actually know about Davos. One of the most common theories about the WEF stems from the idea of a New World Order, or NWO. The NWO refers to the secret emergence of a totalitarian world government which is run by a small group of elites with a globalist agenda. Generally, the idea involves the elimination of nation-states with the intention of placing all people under a global world government. Originally, the term was coined by Allied leaders following World War II in order to describe a period of history which was defined by shifting global power. Some implementations of this idea included the League of Nations, the United Nations, and NATO. While this theory is quite large and overshadows many connected ideas of globalist dominance, the central theme revolves around systems of mass control, wealth and work inequality, and forced political submission. To many, the theories are scary, as they represent a world which lacks the freedoms and opportunities of a democratic society. Many have speculated that Davos is a hotbed for this secret globalist ideology, and that behind closed doors, global elites are discussing methods to subvert society to their will. In the last several years, the prevalence of these theories has skyrocketed, especially in lieu of a waning pandemic. It's important to acknowledge that many of these ideas may actually be conspiracy theories, and until they are proven true, their validity must remain in limbo. However, the themes that have been used in Davos in the last few conventions have raised questions about the intentions of the conference. For example, the 2021 Davos convention was slated to be called the Great Reset, but was eventually postponed to 2022, where it was re-themed as History at a Turning Point. In 2023, the theme became cooperation in a fragmented world. Naturally, these globalist themes stem from the fact that Davos brings in influential figures and leaders from around the world, but the public cannot help but to speculate that these themes have some darker meaning. During the most recent WEF in 2023, these theories reached a fever high after world leaders started casually suggesting the further implementation of a new world order. For example, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto insinuated the necessity of a new world order in the face of division, to the shock of many on social media. Even though many of the decisions made in Davos do end up being known to the entire world, often through political or economic action, what happens in Davos really does stay in Davos. As members of the public, we are left to question the true motives behind Davos's elusive attendees.